it's always a female. But yeah. Galina.
That part of the world.
Yes. The base. There's a
Something like this is always very welcome, especially because it always happens in late winter when outside is still quite bleak, it's rainy, it's cold, and the gardens are still sleepy. There's some early bulbs coming up, but you kind of feel eager to have some color, something exciting for spring, and the Orchid Festival arrives, and it's just this burst of colors there, and it really makes the difference. The build itself takes 3 to 4 weeks, and usually for the build in January we have around a dozen horticulturists, so the team of the Princess of Wales plus a few more coming to help, but a staggering amount of volunteers. We had 10 volunteers every day for 3 weeks basically, so around 100 volunteers, so it's a big undertaking.
So it's a huge, very diverse family, and that makes it very interesting. So there's lots of like orchid nuts, if I can call them that come specifically to Kew to sort of see the collection, because we have some really special endangered species. And I think that is the joy of the festival as well. So there is the big blousy displays for people to enjoy, but there's also the slightly niche, sort of delicate little orchids that are rare and that are really sort of have to be admired sort of more up close. Well, my main sort of responsibility during the Orchid Festival is building the animals. So I created all the frames. I use like a metal fencing wire, and I create the frames, and then with a team of volunteers we sort of dress them, And we sort of look for different materials to dress them with. So some are made out of moss, if we have a lot of them. We have some turtles in our exhibition that is made out of birch bark. But we also have like delicate little honesty leaves that we've been painstakingly gluing onto a snake.
So worldwide there are probably approaching 28,000 species of orchids, and for the ones where we know something about their conservation status, which is about 2,000 species that we've done formal assessments, then over 50% of those are endangered or threatened. Costa Rica is often held up as an example of a tropical country which is doing very good work in terms of management of the native environment. And from the 1990s they've been doing work in reforestation. The high elevation forest will often regenerate quite well if it's allowed to, so it's a question of educating the farmers, educating the land managers. And one thing that Costa Rica was involved in from an early stage was in ecotourism, so actually developing an economic model which meant that money was coming into the country which could be ploughed back into conservation activity, and so it's all about education.